Hi, I'm Jessie.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are the CatHairStitchers, two Milwaukee cat ladies, cross-stitchers. And we are called...
Okay.
Sharing our cross-stitch adventures. We're sharing our cross-stitch adventures in a non-deranged way. Okay. Hi, I'm Jessie.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are the CatHairStitchers, two Milwaukee cat ladies sharing our cross-stitch adventures with you.
Yeah. I always say yeah at the beginning of every video.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
We tried that intro like 4 times.
Yep.
Okay,
we're sticking with it.
Yes, we are. We started this Flosstube because when Stephanie and I get together, we love cross-stitching, and that's what we talk about anyway. So it started as a joke, like, oh, we'll talk about that in our Flosstube.
Yeah. And we both like watching Flosstube a lot and just really enjoy like hearing about other people and their stitching. And it was a joke for a while, and I was like, are you serious? Are you serious?
How serious are you on the count of 3? And then it would be like 60, 40.
It took us a little while to get started, but not that long, surprisingly. And yeah, we didn't really have any expectations. It was more like, let's just try this. Let's, I don't know, be brave and put ourselves out there and share our love of cross stitching because it's an obsession.
And we are like we are incredibly humbled and excited that people actually want to watch us. And we want to thank you guys. And we have been hovering right around 700 subscribers. 700 subscribers. It'll be like, one day it'll be like 701 and then like 688 or 698. So we're hovering right around.
I love that you know those numbers.
I don't really pay
I think
that
you
much
just
attention.
looked the other day as well.
But so we just want to thank everybody, and in appreciation of watching, if you stick around, we're gonna do a giveaway.
Yeah, we're just gonna try that out.
Yeah. So thank you for commenting and engaging. And
it's always fun when other people do it. So
yeah,
we're gonna try it.
Giveaway.
Yeah, we always start with finishes.
I have my last previous finish to show. And so
I don't know. Have I seen this in person?
I don't know. I don't think so.
In the frame, I've seen it. But
yeah, maybe.
It looks really good.
It's called Study in Bats by Bad Stitched. And I stitched it with all the called for colors. I was really excited when I found this frame because it looks really good in there. And
it looks so good.
And my bats.
I love that frame. That is such a cool find.
Yeah.
And a good and unique choice for that, I feel like.
Very cool. And it also came with like another wood piece that could act like a mat if you had an even smaller piece. So it was a pretty versatile frame. So that's my last one. My last previous finish before we started Flosstube. And I have no idea. Somebody asked, because Bad Stitch was kind enough to repost this on their Instagram, and somebody asked what the fabric is, and I tried really hard to search for it. I have no idea.
Do you think that it's maybe a picture of this plus though? Because you probably got
it at Black Cat Stitchery. It was probably in the remnants bin and probably a picture of this plus. But I did that thing where I like searched the picture of this plus website to try and find similar, and I just couldn't.
I feel like their pictures are not so very good. So who knows?
Couldn't find it to save my life. So sorry.
Yep.
What's that one?
Okay. So the goal was to like bring the piece and show it here, but then I just went to the wall and tried to take it off the wall, and I'm like, it's somehow like attached, and I don't want to mess it up. Yeah. It was one of those custom frame. Like I have only ever custom framed this cross stitch piece because it was just so big and just so much love put into it that I felt like it deserved a custom frame. It's on the wall. Got a weird hanging.
It's not coming off.
And I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to insert pictures and things, probably a little video reel or something. So don't worry. It'll just be as we're talking about it.
It'll be right here.
So a little tiny bit of story here. 2015, 10 years ago, I tried this project. And it was insane. I had no idea what I was doing. I bought it off Amazon. It's this piece here.
It's a book.
It is a whole book, and it has like photocopies of the chart for like working copies. Now, I did not do this. I want to clarify that immediately. I tried. I bought all of the floss. It filled 2 whole, one of those, what are those little?
Those, like, they're like fishing lure containers.
Yeah, they're like the little like bead container kind of things that you buy at the craft store and you store all of your floss in. There were 2 full boxes worth of DMC with multiple DMCs on each card.
For you full coverage stitchers, this is 42 pages.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought this was normal. I thought this is just what girls stitch.
This is just what people do.
I really like the pattern. I thought it was a cool mermaid. I was inspired to start stitching by my husband's family. All the women, all of his aunts and his mom have cross stitch. I saw their pieces, wanted to try it. I didn't ask them for advice really. I just did this, and then afterward asked for advice, and it was like, oh, okay,
look what you did.
Okay. Look what you did. So this got put away. I did about 50 stitches. It was not for me. It was overwhelming. It was not a good first project. Let me just put that out there. Not a good first project to do a 42-page full coverage. It was in the basement, like all packaged up in like some sort of vacuum sealed bag or something crazy. And just sat there for a long time. And then in like 2022, my Aunt Nancy asked if I wanted her to finish it. And I was like, yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Like, it's a big undertaking and I would have no expectation of any sort of timeline of it being done or anything like that. She finished it in 22 months, which I think is insane. To my frame of reference, that would have been like a decade-long project.
Oh, for sure.
And so she had finished it with, she's more of a monogamous stitcher. What is the right? I don't know, one project kind of person. So she loves cross stitching.
Beautiful.
I love it. Thank you so much, Nancy. It is stunning, and I would never have finished it without her. It is hanging in our like treasured spot in our small living room, so I'll love it forever. Thank you.
Every time I come over and see it, I just think it's so funny that it was like, you're like, I'm gonna try this.
We measured it. It's 20 inches by 30 inches, the stitching part.
Huge.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. So that is the brief story. And then I got back into stitching by doing a mirabilia or Nora Corbett. It was
more manageable.
Yeah. Enjoyable, manageable, all that.
What do I have? Oh, I have a start and finish. This is so funny because that was like the most giant thing, and this one is about this big. And I have to put a picture in because it's already been gifted. But a friend of ours had a closing on her house. She'd gone through the trying to buy a house process for a really long time, so it was a big deal. So I've got this pattern from Hands On Design, Gathering Butterflies. And it comes with those 3 cute little ones, and I did the one on the top with the house.
So cute.
And so here's a picture of it finished in its frame. I did all the called for, except instead of all the little butterflies and sort of like doodads in the bottom, I did the date in 1/1 full cross.
I don't know what I saw a picture of it.
Yes, yeah. And then I found a round frame, put it in there, and I think I'm going to make another one of these for my neighbor for Christmas, except I was going to try that one, except instead of saying gather butterflies, I was going to see if I could make it say love thy neighbor.
I love that.
I don't know how good I am at recharting, so we'll see.
It's a really cool, I like the gather font. So I wonder if you could find a font that would
similar.
work.
Because I think if you did love thy and then where it says butterflies neighbor.
That chart's really good.
I really
like the quilt one.
I've never done a hands-on design, and it was really fun. And they give you a lot of options for like, for example, for this one, this is 1/1, but they also give you a chart for full cross or like over 2.
Oh, the font.
Like they give you the 2 different fonts. Like here's what it is over 1.
Oh,
here's what it is if you just did
1/1.
Right? Yeah. And I did mine on a Weeks Dye Works 32 count linen in the color linen.
I saw it in the bag. I was like,
linen.
linen. That's their
This
linen,
is
linen
where
on the
my
thing.
life is right now. Is everything that I've stitched just is like loose fabrics and threads.
In Ziplocs.
There's the linen. Eeks, that works.
I had to think about that when I was reading.
Yeah, it's really pretty though. It's a pretty color.
It
It's like a
is.
peachy tan, right? It's got a little bit of pink. Oh, it did a really good job cutting. Yes. Okay. Oh, buddy, don't fall over.
Just cat visiting,
Okay.
loving to walk all over the stitching, of course. Do you want this back?
Oh, this is my floss for the project, you guys.
I think it's definitely reusable.
Right?
Worth untangling.
This is not the giveaway.
Who wants this tangled mess?
Okay.
Okay, so I have a finish.
Yours is exciting.
I don't have a ton of other stitching to share because I have just been stitching away. I've clipped her to a board. Look at her.
Oh my gosh.
I love her. I finished her. Look at her.
colors
Look at
are
how
like
big this board is. It's so
neon.
crazy.
Oh, it's so pretty.
She was really fun to stitch
Those
and fast.
greens are gorgeous.
The
Oh
green
my gosh.
beads and it was kind of insane. Like, okay,
Oh, it's
this
so
is like a random
good.
thought, but do you see these little beads in here?
Yes.
Those are the only beads of the color.
Okay.
Like hundreds of beads.
Yeah, this is so good.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell me what kind of frame you want for this. It's gonna look gorgeous. I know you've been looking. We vetoed a bunch of them.
Yeah, she's square. So I feel like it almost feels like it should be easy to find a square frame because you don't have to look from dimensions. It's like, but it's not. I don't know.
So pretty.
So I kind of want her to be in something really either like wood or gold. But like I kind of want it to be chonky, like a chonky frame. Something.
Oh, she's so good.
And I almost want it to be like almost like that like French, antique French, like I don't know the description of it, but
I know what you're talking about.
Like really, really intricate, ostentatious, almost obnoxious frame for her.
This color pink down here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there was some pinks. Oh, the bright pinks.
So pretty.
That's the water lily. That's the one
That you had the
shade.
fussy cut.
The one shade of pink in the water lily.
I mean, I can imagine
my
that's a
favorite
hard color to
Are
match.
these three flowers?
She looks
They're just so pretty.
They look neon. They're just like jumping. So pretty.
And she doesn't have that many beading. Beading was so fast. I did it in like an evening and a half. Because most of the beading is just on the petals that surround her.
Yeah.
And then in her hair, there's just a couple in the center of the flowers. So like it's all around the outside.
So
and I think this is like a necklace, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen anybody finish this one.
Neither have I. I want to post it on our Instagram. I still need to.
I love it.
I love sharing. I love doing a little picture.
What's up? Follow us on Instagram.
Yep.
At CatHairStitchers.
Yeah, there you go. So she was fun.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Okay.
She's so pretty.
On that note.
So on that note, if you've stuck around this far.
Yeah.
This long. You're still with us. We mentioned
I was thinking
giveaway.
That we could do a giveaway of one of these two patterns.
So Stephanie has recently finished, and we'll just show this one again.
Here are the two.
The listenies. Hold on. Nope, jinxed it.
Okay.
She has recently finished both of these beautiful patterns.
I love them. They're so fun to stitch. Oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy how much bigger Books Are Magic is.
Yeah. It took me a while. No?
I think because the fabric is so much bigger here, it feels like it's bigger, but it's not. I don't know. It's kind of strange. But
beautiful.
They were both really fun to stitch. And instead of me just hoarding the patterns and them just sitting in my shelf in like a drawer or my cabinet or whatever, I wanted someone else to be able to stitch them. And we couldn't decide which one. So we said,
so what you're going to do is you're going to comment books. Make sure that the word books, BOOKS, is somewhere in your comment, because this one's inspired by a book, and this one's obviously about books.
Well, at least I think it is. I think it's based on the Come on, help me.
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton, thank
Yeah.
you. I'm like, what's this series?
Yes, for sure.
There's a thing.
Yep.
We read it in a previous video. We'll shorten that up. And then obviously books are magic.
So if you want one of these, you want to pick one. You're going to comment books, and we'll do a random comment picker before our next video. Is that how people do these things?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And then we'll shout you out in the next video with, we do have an email address, so a way to get in touch.
Yep. And I don't know. I was going to say something, but I lost it. It's fine. Love them. Want to pass them on.
Beautiful.
We hope whoever gets them enjoys them just as much. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. On to whips.
I have had.
Should I just get mine over with?
And then just I talk for.
And then you go. Yeah.
Sure.
So
it's been pure chaos over here. So we're gonna stay with organized, and then
I had just finished the Pretty to Think So Fancy Lady on this past Thursday. Yes. Today's Saturday, so like it's been 48 hours, less than. And I was like, I just need a tiny little project for the weekend, so I decided I was going to start. I have a goal
trying to do ornaments. Yes.
Of a monthly ornament, and I know I have 2 that I can think of that I have finished, and then I have my swan, which hasn't fully finished yet, and then this. So then it would be like 4, and I'm ahead of the game.
That's awesome.
So this is my little bit of progress since last night.
That's a lot of progress.
I wonder if I could
put that here
behind here. I finished like the stand and his little start of his legs in the snow.
Oh, I like the charm on that one.
Yeah, so it looks, if you look back at the picture, like there's going to be little, I don't know, holly or something, and then there's a little charm in the middle. It looks really cute. And so my plan is for this to give it to my niece or my nephew. These are going to be one of the gifts, if I can part with it.
Or you'll see it on your tree.
Yeah, no, I have like a matching set of, one of them is a Santa, the other one's like a Nutcracker, I think, or something, like toys. And so it would just be nice to have like a little pair to give them. So get one done, and cute. I envision that being done pretty quick. It only took me last night and this morning to stitch that little bit. So probably by Monday. I'm going to say that, but it'll take me a while.
For it to work.
That's it. That's all. And I haven't really been working on anything else. I plan on starting something next, something bigger, but I'll talk about that later. Now it's time for the Jessie show.
I've been spiraling. I was telling Stephanie I've had like, I don't know if it's been 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but it's been like the most haphazard, chaotic, random
stitching
that I've ever and stress stitching.
But you've been really, really busy, and a lot of your time is eaten up with work, and so
I could pretty much show you every single project because I've done like 100 stitches on every single project. But I also am just going to talk to you about my spiraling and finally arriving at a calm place with my full coverage, because that fits in. Okay. So I wanted to do a full coverage, and I told you guys last time that I bought Everyday Witches Familiar, the Raven, and the art, I wrote this down. The art is by Elizabeth Alba, and it's charted by Unconventional X Stitch. The art is actually part of an oracle deck, so it's like similar to a tarot deck, but it's just sort of like a like what animal spirit do I need in my life right now? And so this is like the Raven card from that deck, and they charted it on Unconventional Cross Stitch. But so I've been spiraling about what fabric to do, and people have been so kind. I wanted to give a big shout out to Teresa from Emanon, Emanon. If you don't follow her Flosstube, it's so good. She stitches all kinds of stuff and has basically like a that size full coverage that she charted, and it's called The Dream, and it's a cat that's like looking up, and there's goldfish in the sky. It's so cool.
That's cute.
But it's like a tablecloth that she's
that's cute.
But she gave me so much good advice about testing different coverage in all kinds of different things. So that's where all this comes from. So I had been working on this one. This one is Colorful Clouds. And so I did put some stitches in this one, and these are 2/1 tent stitch on a 25 count. And then I wanted to try 2/1 or 1/1 full cross. So I'm like, I'll go to the other side and start over here. You're looking closely, it doesn't line up at all and has to be ripped out. But I didn't like doing the full cross on there, and I didn't like the coverage because you can see white through it. It was harder to do.
Oh.
It was harder to do. It took just
it
as
looks
long.
better on that.
And you could see the white. But really, even though I like this fabric, I didn't like either of these because this one I had to pay, tent stitch, I had to pay too close to tension. And this full cross. I'm bored you already. Oh, buckle up, Stephanie. I got 5 more minutes of talking about
I just
full coverage.
I'm sorry.
No, it's funny.
I've just been like not sleeping.
Good.
Okay,
No,
it's fine. It's fine. I've been sitting over here going, don't yawn, don't yawn, don't yawn, don't yawn, not hearing a word.
Totally good. See, so this is not even, I'm like, this doesn't bode well for when I do a full coverage because it's like, it's off by 1 whole row.
What are you?
It's supposed to be down here.
I couldn't tell. You're like, as you can see, I'm like, can you see?
Can you see that it's 1 row
What was
higher?
that one? What was the count of yat stitch that you did to the test one? The
This
one that's
one?
off? What did you do here?
1 over 1.
1
full
over
cross.
1 full cross. And this
on
is
a 25 count.
2 over 1 tent.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So tent stitch, I didn't like having to pay attention to my tension this much. Full cross, it didn't have the coverage I wanted. So then I thought about doing a 20 count Ada, but nobody, when you're buying patterns, does a 20 count Ada. And I'm going to show my Marsh Monster because I've been working on her a lot because it's a 20 count Ada. And I see why people don't because the coverage, even though I like it for this, it's not great for if you're doing a full coverage. But I'm here.
Oh my gosh, look at
her Marsh Monster. Or did they borrow something to stick?
Yeah, here.
Oh, here, I can use my this thing. Oh, just dropping everything. This is so full of dog hair. That's okay. So there's Marsh Monster. So I worked mostly. Yeah, I was gonna say I worked mostly in this section. And
she's so cool.
She's 60% done. So I just gotta
love her.
It's gonna be completely round. So I just gotta round the corner.
I want to steal this one.
Yes, and this is 1 over. Well, obviously over 1 because it's an Ada. This is 1 strand of Cosmo Floss on an Ada, and you can see like in this area where it is full coverage. You can see the black fabric behind it. So I get why people don't do this for a big full coverage piece.
Well, I mean,
you could.
Yeah.
You could.
I get what you're saying. Would it be different if you had a white Ada with the colors?
But there's mostly dark colors and then the white
then you could see the white.
Yeah.
And so it's it's the opposite problem.
But I was thinking, okay.
God, can we just have a shout out to the bird real quick?
It's a cool bird.
Look at how cool it looks.
And it's fun that it's all negative space.
Right. And the moon and like the stripes on the moon.
And I like the cool details, like the fact that it's the branches go from negative space to stitched as they go outside of the circle.
Oh,
isn't that cool?
I see that. Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
This whole thing is stunning.
And there's more ghosts and mushrooms on the other side.
And you're over halfway done. This is amazing. I love her.
She's great.
I feel like I want to stitch her, but I feel like I have a deep list. So
and it took like, even though it seems pretty small, it's pretty much
like full
every
coverage.
Place where they're stitching, it's full coverage.
There's some negative space, obviously. You don't stitch the black, but it's
I still have to
cool.
Fill in all these leaves will get filled in with different colors like that.
It's intriguing too because the designer has like other similar kind of things that I feel like were really the one where there's like a girl
on the bird.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just know she was riding a thing.
And one with like a monster.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's really cute. It's a little bit more cutesy where it's like a bunch of monsters in a forest.
Well, okay. I don't think I've seen that one, but it sounds beautiful.
But they're cool.
Love.
So then there's where I vetoed. And I think
the 20 count.
I was spiraling so much about full coverage because I know I'm going to want to do one and it's going to take me 10 years.
Well, and you don't want to buy the wrong thing and start and then have to restart.
Yes.
So it's worth the investment of time.
Yes. I'm not going to be somebody like...
you don't want it to sit in your basement for 7 years.
And I'm not going to do like 7 full coverage, and that's because I get about 250 stitches done a night when I'm sitting and watching an episode of something with my husband. I don't have a ton of stitching time.
Well, you have more projects going on than I do, obviously, but I feel like you don't want to have like a 40 deep list. So I get it.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful stitch.
So that's that. So then I just said, okay, well, maybe I'll do 2 strands on an 18 count. And the recommendation was to just do.
I'm so excited. There's like
well, there's not even really
treats.
finished, but it's almost finished. But I was 50 stitches away and I was going to do it this morning and I ran out of time.
Yeah,
but
you're busy.
So then someone said, we'll just do test blocks. And I was like, doing 100 stitches test block is like such a waste. So I bought a little pattern on Etsy. It is called, there's a ton of these. Where do I have it?
Is that this?
Yes. Vanitas Still Life by the Stitch Patterns on Etsy. It's one of those like...
they took like fine art.
Yes, they took fine art. And this I tried to find because there's a lot of places that do
a
this
mini masterpiece.
There's a lot of places that do these mini masterpieces and I'm pretty sure they're just like AI. But this designer has a book that they published and looks like a real human. So to my knowledge...
Seems
to my knowledge, this is a real human that did this. And this is 2 strands on 18 count. And there's just a couple things I have left to fill in. And I'm going to make it into a little magnet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. So it's just like that little bit here that you need to do.
And then a little here and a little there. There's some light paint.
It's really cool. The skull, very Jessie. Just very Jessie.
So instead of just doing 100 block or, like a...
So this was 2 over an 18 count Aida.
Yep, two strands. 18 count Aida.
Okay.
And I liked it. So then...
It does have good coverage, like the black.
So then I finally started my full coverage.
And you did?
Yes.
18 count Aida, 2 strands.
Yes, 18 count Aida, 2 strands. And this is when I finally started feeling less frantic because I worked...
You were just settled for not having your decision made.
I worked 3 days. So this is on Everyday, which is familiar, the Raven from Unconventional.
Should we add a picture here? Yeah. Is that what we're... Okay. Yeah. So, such
And then this is where I am. I started in the top left corner. So this is going to be part of the Northern Lights that comes down.
How many stitches is that? Like 900?
9 something. Was it like 926?
Okay.
Something like
somewhere between 9 and 1,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's a lot of stitching.
Yes. And you can see there is some popcorn stitching.
Beautiful
I'll have
colors,
to go back
though.
in there.
Sure.
But there's a lot of big blocks. So far, I've only used 4 colors. So there's a lot of big blocks.
Really beautiful colors. Yes. Where's the giant palette? Because
this is how I chose. There's a lot of ways people organize floss, but this is how I chose to do it. So this is my palette.
Look at it.
These are my floss cards. So I have, each of these holds 12, and I have 8 of them with these like some people put their floss drops on these. They're just holding it together so that I can...
The ring binder.
So that I can flip if I want to different sections.
It's
just like really pretty blues and purples and
some yellows and
browns. There. Yeah. I'm really excited about like these neon yellows.
Every turquoise color is stunning.
Right? This blue purple.
And it's just
so excited.
It's so fluffy. Like there's so much.
There are 90 skeins of floss right here. And I got the last of them at the Joanne 25% off. I know. But
I'm surprised you found
budget wise, I'd been trying to really be budget conscious and I ended up I had 40 colors, which was surprising. And then I ended up getting all of the rest of them at 49 cents each.
Nice.
Kind of cool thing. I feel guilty saying that for our like European. Do we have any European viewers? For our European viewers, because I know DMC is hard to come by in other places.
Oh, okay.
And for me to say I got them for 49 cents, 42 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was a going out of business sale. It's kind of like it's not a common thing.
I have 2 other stars.
I love how small that is. Okay, I have a Frida Kahlo one of these that I was going to make for a gift for someone that loves Frida Kahlo.
You could do like a little...
That would be such like a quick-ish stitch, right?
I was going to they make like mini masterpiece frames. I was going to get one of those and put a magnet on the back.
Yeah, that's
And they come in packs, so I'll just give you because I'm sure that they're all like the same.
Yeah, I love that.
But these patterns are like $2.
Oh, I see more projects. I can't look.
Okay, I also did start Lover's Graves.
Yeah.
From Tuscan Cardinal, the book.
And last time we were debating what color to do.
Yep.
And you chose...
I chose the mystery linen.
The one that looks the most like the culprit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you didn't have to think so hard about like where to place it.
And then
the island of trees.
This was all the way back at Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I started this on Valentine's Day.
I think that was our last video.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. So that was like a month ago.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Maybe it was
Valentine's Day weekend. I did the 2 little graves and started the tree roots and the grass.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute.
Lots of care.
I like that you started with the gravestones.
Yeah, they're in the middle.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Doesn't
Middle
that
start.
seem cute for Valentine's?
It did.
With a little gravestone.
What did your husband say?
Yeah, he's every time I do it, I'm like, look how cute it is, and he's like, it's kind of morbid.
Yeah, that's right. Kind of warm.
Do you know me by now? have you met me?
Really, this is romantic. This is your romantic gesture.
And then this is the one that I have to ask you if I need to rip it out and start over.
Why? Okay,
Show
so
me. I found this linen.
So
right. Oh
you just fell in with the linen.
Yes, I did.
So this project
at
came
the store
about because of the linen.
And I was like, well, I want to do something on that. And so then we picked out a Dinky Dyes, and it's just in the color natural. It's like a white.
We thought it looked like bones.
Yep. And then I started.
It looks weird. So good.
Basically, I did a lot of miscounting in the skull.
No.
Okay, good.
Honestly, you can tell it's a skull. You say it's miscounted, but I can't.
So like
see
what? But anyway,
don't have to point it out. It looks like a skull, and it looks really cool.
Look at that pattern.
It looks so good. And the red with that color. Good. How do you like stitching with the silk?
It's really nice. Yeah, it's impossible. Like if you rip it out, it's just like fluff.
Yeah.
Just
no
like
redeeming
fluff
it
everywhere.
I also feel like they tangle easily for me.
I'm having a hard time on the red linen. It's been really hard. I didn't think it would be difficult to see, but it's been really difficult for me to see. Like I had to rip out a whole section because I thought I had done over 2 and I had actually done over 3. And it looked right until it's 28. It is 28. What? Yes.
What? It looks really tight.
It's 28 count cardinal by Bestitch Me.
Is this linen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was like, it looks like linen, but it's so tight. Like the weave is really tight that it looks like
28 count cardinal by Bestitch.
But the effect, like you can't argue with that.
And if you are in,
gosh, you did so much stitching.
I know, it was all very stressful.
I did one project. I guess I did a lot of stitching on one project, but like this is so much more impressive. The amount.
But this is. Did I even say what this is? I was trying to.
No, you didn't. I interrupted you. What talking about?
No, I can't even find it. Oh, this. I don't even know what it's called anymore because they took their Etsy shop down. Oh. But it's by Thread Poetic, and they do a lot of like emo lyrics. And so this actually, this comes from This is. I'm doing this stitch for 14-year-old Jessie because 14-year-old Jessie was obsessed with Alkaline Trio. If you've ever listened to any Alkaline Trio, if any of my fellow early 2000s emo kids are out there. But anyway, I was obsessed with Alkaline Trio, and this is going to say God bless catastrophe. So there's another banner up here that's going to say God bless, and then there's more like a checker, and it's from a lyric from an Alkaline Trio song. And so Thread Poetic still has a Ko-fi, Ko-fi, where you can. I think right now they're raising money for a charity and you can donate and get a pattern. I had trouble actually finding your pattern, but there's a whole bunch of emo lyric patterns that have like tattoo.
Yeah, design. Very tattoo vibes. Yeah. The skull with the knife in it, the like banner. And I really like the red. I like the white. The bone white.
It's been fun.
Is a good choice. We did good.
And I might, inspired by Annie XO, Needle in the Hay XO, I might make it into a patch and put it on my black jean jacket. So
that would be a good patch,
right?
That would be a good
red patch on a black jean jacket.
Although the only thing, will the red do well washing?
Well, that's the thing.
Will you not really wash
jean jacket? Yeah, because I've maybe washed it like once or twice.
Yeah. Just wash it before you put it
wash your jacket.
I don't really have. I'm such a tall person, but I don't have any jean jackets that fit me.
How often are you supposed? I don't think you're supposed to wash jeans that much. Jean jacket,
like it's a jacket. How often do you wash your jacket? When it gets dirty, that's it.
Okay, that's everything that I spiraled about and stress stitched, and now I'm in a much better place, and I'm just
you're in full coverage Jessie mode.
I'm not.
That's what you needed.
I think maybe too because I started so many new things. Oh, because I have another new start. Because we met to stitch the other day and I forgot my stitching.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But we had been antiquing and I found something antiquing.
Yes, so I love that. Oh, should I show mine?
Yes. So I also just started this. Too many starts. Oh my God, I love it. Because we found this antiquing.
Yes. It was like one of those crazy finds that you just love.
Designs for the Needle. It's just called Wolf. And we went to go meet stitching, and I forgot my stitching, but we had been antiquing.
You thought you brought it to the car,
Yeah,
but then it wasn't there.
It was just on my
Oh
counter.
boy.
And so I started that much.
Pulling it out of the door. Okay, here's this deranged purchase.
Such deranged. It's so good. Also found antiquing. Now we're moving into haul.
Yes. Haul.
This was accidental starts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thing.
This is a new section of our Flosstube called Accidental Starts.
Accidental Starts.
Now we're on to haul.
Okay. I have no plans
on like the antique stores. Smell this one.
Oh God, yeah. Yep. This one's not open, so I can't.
Smells like antique sun pierce.
It just smells like old stuff, right? Like
oh, this one.
Okay, so I have. Should I grab the dragon?
I can grab it while you talk.
Okay, here's another finish done by. Okay.
I said that. I don't know if I can reach it.
So, oh yeah. All right.
Nope.
Okay. Tall
cut.
We need a tall person. I have like no problem.
It was like shoulder height to you, and I couldn't reach it. Okay. And action.
Okay, so this is, it says on the back, from Christmas 1997. My husband got this gifted from his Aunt Nancy. And is this not a 1997 pattern if you ever saw one, right? Like the pastel-y turquoise and purple of the dragon and the gold.
Oh, so good.
It is. I looked it up. It's a Jamlin kit. I found a Jamlin kit at the antique store.
They're going to look so good together.
It's kind of got the glare, right? But it's the same color. It's the same color on the wizard.
Yeah, look at, you can see all the floss colors.
And it's got gold. Oh, it's so good. I can't love even.
We were looking at everything about the wizard. I love that he's holding this ball like the Palantir kind of, and all the majesty around him.
I love that he's sitting on a rainbow.
Get those clouds that are just like half crowns.
The random like 3 candelabras that are like giant for tiny candles.
They are giant, and then just like one little pillar, like one little taper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's
his purple
I just
shoes.
feel like they go
purple slippers.
Right. I feel like they just go together. They do. They're meant
to be next to each other.
It's not a glare. They're meant to be together. And so this is on the wall. And he will join one day.
And Stephanie had seen this at the antique store, and then
I saw it one day.
And I need to go back and get this.
Yeah, like if it's there, it was meant.
And
it was there. Because shockingly, no one bought this.
It was also where this was. So somebody had gotten rid of
this is
a bunch of cross stitch.
Okay, why am I trying to shove this right now in the bin? Okay.
It's chaos.
Put it on the floor.
Chaos.
All right.
Okay.
One thing we hauled together.
Oh. More haul. Gotta get the fabric. We went to Beautiful Stitchery
in Roscoe, Illinois.
A couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Is it 2 weeks ago? And we bought some Lola Crow patterns.
Yeah, to go with our cats.
So it's the What the Cat Saw series, and mine is Close Encounters because it looks like my black cat wick.
And mine, I don't know what it's called, Troubled Waters. And this one was on the wall, right?
Yep.
And it looked really good. And I have a Siamese. Now he's a blue point.
I don't know. He's got beautiful blue eyes.
So he's gray.
And
not the seal point brown and tan.
The model that was stitched on the wall, they didn't stitch the, like, that would be like full coverage.
They bought a painted fabric that they just didn't have.
So we are going to split and use the, what is this one called? 28 count linen, blue with white mini dots.
I don't know if
that's what it's called. That's what it says.
It just looks like wallpaper from the 90s, right?
It looks like 90s. Can you even see the dots?
I don't know.
I think so. I think so.
Behind it, maybe it'll be better.
Can you see some dots?
It just looks like polka dot wallpaper.
Yeah, it's going to be so white polka dot wallpaper. So we're just going to do the windows with the cats.
Yep.
I'm excited about that one.
It looked really, really cute, really good. It looks like a good chart. Like, it's got some color and doesn't look too crazy. We have no plans for starting necessarily, but
nope.
It's another stitch along that we need to do. Our Hobbit house, Christmas party,
And then
And now
we've
this
got some
one.
sprouting lupine things.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm not doing the like one every month. I know some people are stitching
happen to
like
bring
one every
that.
month because I also bought this
Oh, you
pattern.
bought it when we were there.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the next one I'm going to do. You talk about yours.
No, it's okay. I'm just showing. I have all the stuff for it, and I had it kitted up. I was going to get the digital pattern, and I just kept not like forgetting to. So I finally just bought the pattern
because you like to.
And I thought that
stitch digitally more.
And I thought that then this would be a good one to pass on to you after I was done. Or
I love that. I love that bright red pink flower in the middle and the little and the spiderweb detail.
And I'm really excited about the fabric I got for it too, because it's gonna like just everybody who stitches this, it looks neon, like it jumps off the page.
And I think you said you wanted to maybe stitch this one too.
Yeah.
I can't find it good. Maybe there. It's always glaring.
This one's a tide
always
pool.
Be glaring. Yeah. This is the Nature Walk Tide Pool.
Oh, do you want to show me?
Kind of hard to see on here. I did buy. We had some fabric options. You bought this fabric.
I bought this just because it was beautiful and it was already cut and
it's so pretty. And it looks like it needs to be an underwater thing.
Yes, it's a Bestitch Me called Interstellar. And I thought that part of this would make a really good tide pool. Nature Walk.
And I bought this. It's called Into the Woods, so it's not really water.
It doesn't look like
I don't know. Anyway, I just felt like it looked like potentially a tide pool, thinking West Coast tide pool, right? Like
you've been to.
Who knows? It looks like water, even though it says it's Into the Woods. It does look like water to me, like a cloudy water. I don't know. I like them both. I think I'm gonna use this one though. This one, an Ada, 18 count Ada. Sounds good.
Does sound good.
Your full coverage choice. It does sound good.
It does sound good.
Yeah. So I'm leaning toward this one for my next project after I finish the Mill Hill.
Yeah.
Or maybe the
so cute.
Blueflower Hedgehog.
The hyacinth, so it's called.
Yeah. I'm looking at the blue.
Oh, that's
it's an old, back in the day of Black Hat Stitchery, a chunk of
remnants
of picture this plush. Can I say it?
PTP.
PTP Glacier. Doesn't that sound like a fun color? And then maybe after.
I love it.
One of these two. The Day or Night Note.
This one is Day.
Yeah,
she looks like Day.
Stunning. They're just so cool.
Do I have her in the frame?
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
And they're like.
Do you have the full kits for both these?
Yes.
Are these the ones you found on Facebook Marketplace?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
They're on a D-Stash.
Find.
And not only are they a great find, because they came with the full, like, look at this. All those beads, and then Valdani floss.
There's some
hard to acquire all that.
Big green beads in this one.
Yeah.
Isn't there? Yeah, they're huge.
Okay. Ginormous. Is that a real word?
That are like down in the bottom tail. Wow. They're big. They look like they glow with them.
Look at these ones too. They're really big right there.
So pretty. Oh, and that's in that one, yeah.
And then there's a fancy crystal. Look at
little
treasure.
She's holding the treasure.
They're both holding. One of them's supposed to be holding a star.
I don't watch a ton of Flosstubers that have mirabilias, but I don't think I've seen it done.
So they're. If they weren't so glary, I could show them better. But
this talent.
Sorry, I can't.
You're good.
Facing me, I want to look at them. But
what are these fancy flosses?
Valdani.
Oh, are those silks?
You think so? I don't really know.
Valdani. Yeah. Oh, cotton.
Cotton. Okay, whatever. Just like variegation.
They're really pretty.
This is like not normal for a mirabilia to have Valdani, in my experience. Maybe I'm wrong.
But they have such fun names.
Nancy stitched them. They're on the wall in her house.
Dried leaves.
And I had to have them.
Subtle elegance. Distant grass.
What's the name of them?
Distant grass. Yes.
What a weird name.
Not the close-up grass, but distant grass.
Just two little DMCs I had to acquire. So fun. It. And then the fabric is the called for sapphire linen. It's like a blue.
So fun.
Blue green. I love a turquoise like that.
See when you start. It's good that you'll be starting things because I will not be starting it. Sorry, everybody. I won't be starting anything for a really long time.
You have a lot
I have to calm the heck down.
You have a lot of starts though, and you'll have progress on them. These I think are going to be my next Mira, and I don't know if I'm going to do them both immediately one after the other. I'll just start one.
Burnt out after Pretty to Think So, or excited?
Excited. Pretty to Think So was good. It was fast. It was enjoyable the whole time.
Yeah.
Never got frustrated. Never was like, oh God, I just got to get this part done. And then
it was fun the whole time.
Yeah, but I do kind of feel like I want to do something like this one right next, where there's no beads. Mm-hmm. It's smaller. It's a cross stitch that like.
It's a fun one.
It'll be a fast finish-ish. I say fast. I don't really know how big the chart is. It looks small. I could be wrong.
There are people who are doing one a month on those. I shouldn't say that's a thing. There's people who do like...
Oh, God. The Hobbit House.
Yes, like one a month.
That we have months.
That we've had for a year.
Has it been a year?
No. Oh. I mean, I think it'll be a year.
At least 6 months.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Okay.
I only stitch out at the coffee shops. I have made progress, but I'm not showing it enough.
Since we have time, should I see if anybody wants the stuff that I saved from Goodwill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I went to Goodwill recently and got a huge stash of stuff, actually. A bunch of it was old fabric that I forgot to bring to show you.
Wow.
Old packaged
like quilting?
Ada. No, like stitching fabric. In fun colors, like very 80s, light pink, light turquoise.
Ooh.
14 and 16 count Ada.
Would you like leave it, or do you think you would dye it?
I don't know. I just got it because I was like, this is so fun. It was all in its like original packaging. I got a bunch of waste canvas. So anyway, I found a haul of cross stitch stuff that someone had dropped off at Goodwill.
Somebody's basement or something.
Yes. And there are 3 patterns in there that I'm not going to stitch, but I rescued for... I think they were like the half off the price, so like 50 cents each at Goodwill. So I was just going to see if anybody wants them. If nobody does, no big deal. But if anybody wants them.
It's not quite our giveaway. It's just like
share the
This
is just like, stitch. I'm not going to stitch these, but maybe somebody wants to. Mm-hmm. So this one isn't, I don't think this one's vintage. Mm-mm. It says 2019, 2021. But this is Annie B's Folk Art Time to Bloom. Little sheep.
Cute little sheep.
So if anybody wants this one, just comment sheep.
Yep. And we'll just
send it
someone
to you.
wants it, if only one person wants it, we'll send it to you.
Yes.
If multiple, we'll just do another.
We'll do like a random thing. But if you want this little sheep, we'll send it to you. Okay. These get a little bit, I'll save this one for the end because I think it's like the best one. But this one is called Slice of Life Color Charts.
Of course.
These are bookmarks. So these are bookmarks.
They look really cute. There's some like really crazy ones, but...
And I thought for a while that I would actually stitch the eagle and the cat and one of the cats.
Okay.
And
that's like a clown.
Yeah, it's a clown.
Okay,
there's a clown. It's a little creepy.
Someone out there will want this clown, right?
Yes. So
not
maybe
me, but someone.
Maybe use the word clown.
Clown? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, but also, come on. Who doesn't love a cat? Like, look at that little cat. Is that a book? Cat on a book?
Yeah.
The little seals.
And the eagle's kind of cool.
There's the eagle. Right next to it. Hello, I'm blind.
Looks a little majestic.
Yeah. And some good flowers. Some random zebras. Yes. Like, you can't go wrong.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, look at that. Okay,
the frog.
I
know, they're really cute.
The frog is leaping for a dragonfly.
I was gonna keep it because I originally bought it. There were a couple other charts there that I left. I should have gotten them all, but this one I was like, okay, I'm only gonna get what I'm actually gonna stitch. The door is kind of cute too with the flowers.
The charts are nice and colorful. I don't want to show them, but
and then this next one I was going to stitch something out of, but then I was like, I'm just gonna hoard it. So maybe somebody will love it and want to stitch. It's called It's Duck Season.
I love it.
So I know,
I like the back one the best. It looks like something my grandma had on her wall.
Yeah, I know, like Stitch in the Matrix. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, A Stitch in the Matrix.
Okay,
Wendy Merganser, she was doing like a mallard stitch along where people were stitching ducks.
Who was doing a duck kit?
Was it Hathaway Stitchers? Because she stitches tons of birds.
I forget her name, but she did the 100 starts.
Oh. The front, back there, the front.
You can see her face.
Yeah.
She sits.
I can see her dog sitting off to the side. It'll come to us. Yeah. As soon as I start talking about other things, you'll remember. So there's this pattern.
But she was doing a duck, and it just reminded me of that.
There's that pattern.
Look at that epic duck.
And then there's also a pheasant in the duck season book. Some ducks flying right there with some birch trees. We've got a mat, like a decoy and a vintage, I don't know, vase and flowers, and then another, more ducks. So if you want this one,
duck?
Yeah, just use duck. So we've got sheep, duck, clown. If you want them, they're yours.
Yeah,
I just wanted to save them and pass them on to somebody who would stitch them.
I should really look through my deep dive of bins upon bins and see if there's any. Just give away.
Jen's fiber web.
I'm so sorry. I can't remember anything. Anyone's name. What is that called? A noun where you can't remember the noun. Something where you can't remember anyone's name. I swear I have it.
Yeah.
Can barely remember anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
We went through pretty fast.
I think we got it all.
Sweet.
Don't forget, if you want one of the two patterns.
Either Books Are Magic or Pretty to Think So.
Yeah. And you get to pick.
And then, are we supposed to say, like, don't use I think everybody knows, like, don't use the giveaway, don't say free, or...
Because then we'll get trolled or whatever, the bots.
We've heard that then the bots come.
Yep.
And then the bots start telling people they won. That happened recently. Was it to Jen? Or was it like the bots? Anyway, could we be popular enough to have the bots show up?
No.
Anyway.
That's okay. He'll probably not be. All right. Well, thank you.
Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I'm just going to awkwardly just immediately go bye.
Bye.